More than 2,000 years ago, Roman engineers solved a problem that modern cities still struggle with: how to move water across vast distances with absolute precision. Their solution was the aqueduct, a marvel of engineering that relied on nothing but the steady, invisible pull of gravity. These structures weren't just stone bridges, they were complex arteries stretching for hundreds of miles to nourish a growing empire. By maintaining a precise, constant slope, Romans delivered over 200 million gallons of fresh water to the city every single day. Think about that. Without electricity or pumps, they mastered fluid dynamics on a scale that feels modern, even by today's standards. But the most incredible part isn't just that they built them, it's that we still use them. Many of Rome's modern fountains and water lines still pulse through the very same stone foundations, laid down 2 millennia ago. It is a silent, enduring testament to a vision of infrastructure that outlasts empires. The foundations were set, the water began to flow, and Rome was just the beginning of this hidden legacy. While Rome mastered the flow of water through arches, the ancient Egyptians looked to the rhythm of the earth itself, the annual flood of the Nile. The Nile was their lifeblood. Every year, it rose and fell, depositing nutrient-rich silt that turned the desert into a golden harvest. To control this force, they developed the shaduf, a simple yet ingenious water-lifting device that allowed farmers to irrigate fields high above the riverbank. But their true genius lay in basin irrigation. They carved a network of canals that transformed the landscape into a giant checkerboard of fertile soil. This wasn't just farming, it was the engine of a civilization. These systems required immense social cooperation, birthing one of history's first centralized governments. Because they could predict and store water, they could produce a surplus that fed the builders of the pyramids and the scribes of the empire. Even today, the verdant strip of life clinging to the Nile's edge remains a testament to the irrigation principles perfected 5 millennia ago. Egypt proved that a civilization is only as strong as its ability to respect and harness the water that sustains it. From the sun-drenched fields of Egypt to the industrial marvels that followed, the story of water is the story of us. As the ancient world gave way to the gears of industry, the mastery of water shifted from sustaining life to powering the pulse of a global revolution. By the 18th century, a new network of arteries began to carve through the landscape: the great industrial canals. The key was the lock system, a mechanical marvel that allowed heavy cargo to defy geography, climbing hills and crossing divides that once stopped trade cold. On these narrow waterways, horses pulled tons of coal, iron and textiles, fueling the birth of modern manufacturing and transforming tiny villages into industrial hubs. This was the first high-speed network of its time. It didn't just move goods, it connected the interior of continents to the global market for the very first time. Cities like Manchester and Birmingham rose from the banks of these artificial rivers, proving that where water flowed, wealth and progress followed. Today, many of these industrial giants have found a new rhythm, serving as quiet green corridors through the heart of our busiest cities. The ambition of the Canal Age remains etched in stone, a bridge between our ancient past and our high-tech future. From the horse-drawn boats of the 1800s to the invisible systems that keep our modern world turning, the story of water is still being written. Today, our relationship with water has entered a new dimension, one where ancient wisdom meets the cutting edge of digital precision and high-tech engineering. The stone channels of the past have been replaced by smart infrastructure, monitored by sensors that track every drop in real time. In our driest regions, we are now turning the vast oceans into fresh water through advanced desalination, a process that would have seemed like magic to the ancients. Through nanotechnology and molecular filtration, we are now able to purify water with a precision that ensures safety and sustainability for growing global populations. Beneath our feet lies an invisible high-tech network, a digital circulatory system that keeps our skyscrapers reaching for the clouds and our cities thriving. As we look to the future, the focus has shifted to sustainability, recycling and reusing water within our urban landscapes to protect our most precious resource. From the individual home to the entire planet, technology is finally allowing us to live in harmony with the water cycle that sustains us. The tools have changed, but the goal remains the same: to master the flow and secure the future of our civilizations. From Rome's arches to the digital grids of today, the story of water is the story of human ambition, endless, enduring, and always moving forward. As we moved into the 20th century, human ambition grew to a scale never before seen. We didn't just want to move water, we wanted to hold it back and command its power. This was the age of great dams, massive walls of concrete and steel that reshaped the geography of entire continents. Inside these monoliths, the weight of the reservoir was converted into pure energy. Through hydroelectricity, water became the spark that powered the lights of our fastest-growing cities. By harnessing the relentless force of falling water, we created a sustainable source of power that fueled the modernization of the world. But these structures were more than just batteries. They were the key to controlling floods and irrigating the deserts, turning barren lands into the world's most productive farmlands. Whole new ecosystems were created, and the unpredictable rhythms of nature were finally brought under human command. The echoes of the Roman aqueducts and Egyptian canals can be heard here, a continuation of a legacy thousands of years in the making. Today we look to balance this immense power with the health of our planet, ensuring that the rivers we tame continue to sustain us. The age of great dams set the stage for our high-tech future, completing a story of water mastery that spans the history of civilization.